You know all those rules you guys are always trying to work your way around? They don't mean dick to me.
The Gray Man starring Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans just came out, and I will say I wasn't bored, only because this is the most action-packed action movie I've seen in a really long time. But that doesn't mean that the story is good. The story is extremely generic. It's not necessarily a bad plot, but it's just so generic that we can pretty much predict what's gonna happen before it even happens. This movie turns from James Bond to Taken in a matter of minutes. Ryan Gosling is an agent working for the government in something called the gray area. Since he's working in the gray area, he pretty much can do whatever he wants as long as his mission is completed. Ryan Gosling goes to assassinate someone, and he has a clear shot to take the shot and kill the guy, but then he decides not to, which leads to a very unnecessary action sequence. But hey, it's entertainment, it's a spy movie, so it's like, what are you gonna do? Ryan Gosling's character decides that he's just gonna go rogue after being handed this incriminating information. He takes it, and then he calls his friend slash father figure for a ride home, I guess, and that goes completely south. So at this point, you can pretty much understand that this movie is gonna be the most uninteresting. I want to say uninteresting. I wasn't bored because the shots were good and the action sequences were good. It's not a boring movie because the action sequences are there. The movie becomes boring when you see Ryan Gosling's character because he's just such a dull character. He doesn't seem to have any real motivations or emotions at all.
I like your tattoo. Where'd you get it? Prison?
Yeah, actually.
I'm shocked.
That's a lot of Ryan Gosling's characters though. He's always that stern and brooding character in his movies. I think that's just the hole that he's not going to be able to get out of. He's too nonchalant about everything he does, which pretty much stems from his abusive father. But when your whole character is just a stoic badass, then what's there to be relatable about? He doesn't ever react to anything in a realistic way. He even gets shot at his feet, and he just turns around like he couldn't be bothered. He's falling out of an airplane straight-faced the entire time. And we don't get a resolution for that scene either. We just see him swing around like a freaking monkey. That just brings your whole movie down and causes the stakes of the movie itself to go down, because if the main character doesn't care about what's going on around him, why should I? The only reason why I held on to this movie for so long is because Chris Evans' character is the only one that seems to have any kind of personality.
I know you. Professionally, maybe. Lloyd Hansen, Hansen Government Services.
Rings a bell.
Oh, does it?
We've all seen Chris Evans as Captain America for the absolute longest. So I think I can speak for everybody when I say that it's a breath of fresh air for Chris Evans to be back inside of a role that's not Captain America. I will say that Chris Evans' character is pretty close to Knives Out, but that's a different type of asshole.
Happy?
Now, whatever I just did to your ears, it's not even torture. I just made it up.
His character is just so rude and entitled and kind of a little brat.
Why are you walking like that?
Because I got shot in the ass, Suzanne!
He was definitely the kid in your middle school that would just clog the toilet with a bunch of toilet paper for no reason. The action was good, the camera work, the cinematography is amazing. But for some odd reason, the Russo brothers thought it was a good idea to put drone shots in every scene. Drone shots everywhere. Drone shots over here, drone shots over there, drone shots going into other stuff. There's only one drone shot that I thought was actually cool. I don't think I've ever seen this many drone shots inside of a movie before. Characters just do things because the plot requires them to do these things. Ana de Armas's character decides she wants to help Ryan Gosling for some odd reason. She doesn't have a motive either, she just decides to do things because the plot told her she needs to do it. Chris Evans' character is just a psychopath. He's just out here to kill. He doesn't need a motive because his motive is killing.
You're making me destroy a historic building here!
The Berlin police force decide that they want to handcuff Ryan Gosling's character to a bench instead of like putting him in the back of a squad car and taking him down to the police station or, you know, anything a normal police officer would do. This woman decides she wants to just blow herself up and sacrifice herself for some odd reason, even though she's been on screen for a total of 5 minutes. I don't think anyone in the audience really cared about her character. I didn't care about her character. Did you care about her character? This guy decides to give back the incriminating information for some reason because it's not honorable, even though he was fighting to the death with Ana de Armas. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. With her character for like 2 scenes straight. Ryan Gosling's character doesn't hand Ana de Armas' character a loaded gun. If that's like a universal rule, then I guess that makes sense. But in the heat of the battle, you're trying to get the incriminating information back from someone that literally just snatched it from y'all hands and then gave y'all the works. Then, I mean, yeah, throw me the loaded gun so I can shoot him real quick. If you're able to turn your brain off and just watch blind action, because I do that sometimes. If you can turn your brain off and just watch a movie for the sake of watching a movie, then I guess you'll enjoy the movie. If you're going into this movie expecting a character-driven movie with a compelling plot, then this just isn't the movie for you.